Well, I never heard that before.
Mm. Okay. Go ahead and I'll get into.
That was convenient.
I always turn the light down here. I find that when I have the light even on a,
Yeah,
it just, I don't know if I haven't figured out how to do this camera.
I haven't tried.
Continue.
Oh, Billy Blank is starting.
I'm here. Oh. Where am I?
Now I blanked out on the.
You. Well, now I gotta get your screen on. I don't see you, but I don't see me. I was here to start video. Starting my video. There he is. Combing the mustache. Yep. I found last time when I had it on speaker view, the reason I cut it back to gallery was because like Pete wasn't even talking and the camera was stuck on him for he must have been making noise close to his computer or something. Yeah. So is it gonna interfere with anything with the
No, I don't think so.
I'm here to delay the audio.
Okay, let me.
Might have to mute yours.
Oh, I muted it, but that never seems to work. So I brought a headphone. That should.
Oh. I don't know why. The issues I'm having is I'm hearing my own echo in here now, and I don't remember hearing that before.
Do you still hear it?
Can you hear? Like, hi.
Yeah, I can hear it through here, so that shouldn't be coming through here. But I could put this in the other room if I have to.
But what I'm saying, for some reason, I'm hearing myself twice, and I don't know why. See if I mute me. Hey. Hello. No, I don't hear me.
Okay.
Okay. So that must have helped. Whatever was wrong. Okay.
I
All right.
muted,
You want
I muted the mic
you want a
here.
beverage or something to snack on? I cut up little pieces of cheese. You know.
Thank you.
And they got some beer or other beverages. You know.
No, I'm fine. Fine for right now.
I told Bonnie I like to snack on something that doesn't crunch. So it doesn't alert the people like I'm trying to talk or something. Okay.
So did you get your editing done?
There's a little delay with that.
Your last editing job, you put it?
Yeah. I still have a few things to do for Orpheus before I wrap up with them. But it's Sonny just likes to have a little promo for when to send to the.
Did you get paid?
No, not yet. But I'm gonna go ahead and do it anyway. Just have it all finished. Yeah, my daughter Emily.
Are you going to give up Orpheus next year too?
Unless he gives me some kind of ridiculous offer. Re-recording, so I'll send all that out.
I'm just being selfish. I'd come down and help you with that. That was fun.
Well, just if I give up all the business stuff with, keeping records and reporting and all that, I don't want to do any. Unless he just wants to contract with me separate about it. We haven't talked yet.
Does your massage thing? You like that?
I've used it occasionally.
I tried to talk Emily to buy one because she's got, what do you call it when you're?
I use it. Bonnie doesn't. It's you really want to put on socks or something when you do it. It has a heater and it has I find it even on like the lower settings, it really, really gets into your feet. You know what I'm saying? Like Bonnie's toes stay sore, so she couldn't use it at all. Yeah.
See, Emily has me rubber feet every night. She's got where you can't feel the bottom of your feet.
Oh, well, take that one with you. I use it.
I was just going to have her try it.
If I use it once a month.
No, I was just going to have her try it to see.
Sure.
Because I could talk her into letting me get her one.
Okay. Yeah, well, I
They're
can
not
take
that
it out of there so
expensive.
you can try it today. It's just a good idea. It's put on socks before you do it.
She always wears socks. She wears
Okay.
these stretchy socks that the doctor gave her.
And I had the little remote control for it too. Sometimes, like if I do a long run or something, I'm tired, I'm working on over there, I'll just put my feet in and turn it on. Sometimes it put me to sleep.
Yeah.
But I haven't done it. I really have not done it in a long time. So it's not anything I did. Gotta have.
No, and when she comes in later, I'll have her try it. And she can say, oh, this works great. Because I always wanted to buy her one, but she wouldn't let me.
Oh, well, I can bring in the other room if she wants to, because Louis, I don't think is going to come out today. He's not feeling so good. Everyone say he has some issues, and he made his apologies earlier. And he just feels kind of weak. We bring him all his food and everything in the house, in there. Sound like y'all ate recently, so y'all probably not real hungry.
Yeah, no, it was good. I wanted to go to Beaver Springs. She's not the best at adventure. Well, where are we going? We're just going to this place that I heard about. So we get there and then she's happy.
Is Nola in the backyard?
I guess she is. Then we went to there's a park. I forget the name of it, but let me ask him. We went to Fontainebleau State Park first.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just right down. In fact, when you had your camper, that would have been a place you could have.
Yeah, I was thinking that. But I'm glad to be done with the camper.
Oh, yeah. But it was good that y'all were able to get. I could turn the light up a bit because
No, I got it. It's fine. I was just going
I was talking about you're kind of like in the dark over there. It's a little brighter.
These guys are really far away, but and you might want to look through the viewfinder because sometimes it's easier. But there was pelicans sitting on these logs, and then the boats going by. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's out in the lake right there by Fontainebleau.
Yeah.
They have cabins. It's Mr. Krippner. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Dave.
Hello, Bill. Hello, Tom. How y'all doing?
Pretty good. Let me turn my volume up a little bit so we can hear better.
Should I close the door so it don't bother them?
Yeah. All right. You can hear us okay?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. So how's everything on your end?
So far, so good. How about, and I know the wolves you're going to have
Sunday night.
Yeah, you can have some wolves over there soon.
Yeah, really, you got to watch out for the wolves.
Yeah.
Hey, did Karen heard at Greece that you were retiring from Greece? I mean, from Rivertown? Is that it?
Right. Yeah. I'm not shooting. I was there. I shot the Grease, and my friend Bobby was going to take over for me. So I showed him, where to hook up and all the people he needs to know. Now I'm retiring completely, period. Just, Bonnie and I selling everything. We're not doing anything anymore.
Oh, wow. Well, congratulations. A new chapter.
Yeah. So we're looking forward to it. It's just, since we're like an LLC and all that, I have a lot of work to do just to dissolve everything and get rid of the equipment and everything. So figured to start it now.
Yeah. Now, does your father-in-law need a lot of care?
Yeah.
Or-
We really can't leave them alone very long.
Okay, so
Usually one of us is here all the time, but sometimes we'll both go off, if we have to, but usually for a couple hours, it's not like we go off for a day or something like that.
Yeah. Well, I just know from our experience that it's a two-person job, really. So,
No, he's able to take care of his personal needs, you know,
Okay.
as of now. He's ambulatory, with a
Mhm.
walker and such.
Mhm.
But it's just that, like, as far as like um, preparing food or doing laundry or things like that,
Yeah.
you can't do anything like
Well,
that.
it's just not safe after a certain point, or depending on the individual and all. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's had a couple falls, and we since we've been here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, so that's pretty much it. We're okay with it.
Billy greased the floor.
That's right.
Really, it's only greasing the poles with the mustache. You can forget about
Yeah. So,
Thailand. And now that you did the show Grease, forget about Grease.
but what part did your niece have?
Great nephew. I don't even know. I don't even know.
Yeah,
Um,
it was a great show. They did a good job. I enjoyed it, and but I won't be going back out there anymore, except if I'm going to go see a show.
mhm, yeah. Understandable.
Oh, Karen must have asked for me when she got there if somebody bothered to tell her I was retired. 'Cause,
Yeah. She mentioned she heard of it. I said, oh, he beat it. He's just probably won't be doing Rivertown, but that's good to hear though, because
yeah,
I'm a big proponent of retirement, but except that in in your case and Tom's case, y'all are doing stuff that you really like. But I'm
yeah.
sure you'll be amusing yourself with plenty of
Oh yeah,
photography and recording.
Going into
otherwise.
pornography.
yeah, pornography. Yeah, the Hardy Boys meet the Fertile Girls. Big production number. No, no, like I said, I'm not going to forget how to do everything just because I'm retired. But
Yeah.
in fact, my daughter Emily's already talking to me about what stuff I'll let her have or sell to her because she's been doing promotional work for a couple bands. She's
Really?
live streaming, and she usually borrows everything. So if her
Uh-huh.
idea of buying it from me is here, I'll pay for it later.
The time.
It might be a
time.
permanent loan.
Yeah.
So it's but no, it's about time. And of course the pandemic gave me a chance to see what it was like to not have to do too much.
Uh-huh.
'Cause there was a time I was probably recording 100 things a year.
Really?
And events, plays, whatever. Yeah. So how you like retirement?
Oh, it's it's second nature to me now. I mean, I did miss. I've worked a few part-time things over these years, but I and that's good. That those were good and enjoyable. But it just seems like there's plenty to do, and this is from someone who doesn't have um, any hobbies as such.
No, you have no hobbies.
Yeah, no, yeah. If you can count them, the too many dachshunds as hobbies. I mean, but yeah,
You gotta
yeah,
find your
yeah.
hobby. There must be something you like.
You like to,
There are things that I like. Yeah, sure. And there's maybe not a lot, but there are things that I've been intending to do that I still haven't done. So I can still procrastinate even in retirement.
Yeah, well, you get hair on your palms like that. Be careful.
But yeah, it's just it's good not to, especially with my experience was that I was involved with, from my perspective, big business. The old uh, stab them in the back and all that kind of stuff. And yeah,
You get into politics.
yeah, that's
Peter. Hey, Pete.
Hey, Pete.
Hello,
there's Pete. Hi, Pete.
they are. How's everyone?
Okay.
Doing all right.
how are
Doing
you?
all right.
Good. Woke up on the right side of the grass. It's all good from here.
That's it. Yeah. Instead of fertilizing it.
Yeah,
What's happening in Florida?
it's 101 degrees out.
Whoa.
Ouch. Ouch.
Yeah, it's indoor weather.
Okay. Yeah.
And I never did get the formula down. Isn't there something about a typical air conditioner can only cool X amount, relative to the
Hey,
outdoor. Hey, there's Rick.
Dave, I think you're right,
Hey,
but I
guys.
have no idea. It's, all I know is it's cooling here.
Yeah,
My
that's the
electric
important
bill is
part.
going through the roof, but
Yeah,
it's worth it.
yeah.
Rick, how you doing?
I'm here.
Yeah,
You look good.
there he is.
Thank you.
And I got Tom is here and he's also over there.
Uh,
Did my finger coming in there? There it is.
You just gave Tom the finger, right? Is that
My
right?
finger goes all the way to another world. See?
Oh, okay.
Tom moved it. Okay, never mind.
What's up, guys? Everybody doing all right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, in North Carolina.
Yeah.
So what's the temperature in North Carolina, David?
75-ish.
Oh,
So it's just right.
75?
Yeah.
Hey, David.
Hey, yeah, well, you've got so many family
Man,
connections down there. But then again, if you moved up here, they would have a place to retreat to.
we're looking forward to getting up there though soon, hopefully. Definitely.
well, Rick, it's 101 in Orlando.
wow.
It's about 90 here, I guess, close to it anyway, But what, I guess something like that. What are you up, Bill? What y'all's
Probably have some
I think
breeze
it's in
though.
the high 80s, but it's a,
high? 88, 90?
it's a little humid outside today.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, I know that. When y'all heading back, Tom?
Sunday.
Oh, Sunday? Oh, wow.
day
Have a safe
before
trip.
Memorial Day. Yeah.
We'll be back.
Oh, yeah.
It's always fun to come down here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm thinking about, rather than flying to Baltimore, I'm thinking about driving to your house.
Okay.
Because I looked at it, it's a 16-hour drive.
Ouch.
Yeah, but still, by the time I get somebody to take me to the New Orleans International Airport and get there a couple hours early.
Yeah.
And then I get to Baltimore and Tom's got to spend 2 hours driving to get me. So it's like,
I don't care about that.
I know, but still it'd be,
Yeah.
I like driving. I get up at 4 in the morning and I'm on the road,
Let's just go by Central Grocery and buy about $500 worth of muffalata. Install them on the back end of the car.
Yeah, because I'll be there. No, because like I said, I'd probably put in 10 hours the first day, get a good night's sleep, and get over your house at a reasonable time. And
You can probably make it up. Where would you go? Just over the Carolinas? I mean, up or through
I would take
Tennessee?
I'd get on Highway 59 out of sight of Slidell and just stay on it all the way till it turns into another road. It basically looks like you stay on the same road.
It turns into I-65 around Tuscaloosa, I
Yeah,
think.
you just go all the way
Somewhere up there.
past. Yeah, it looked like it's almost a straight shot. And maybe I would sleep in.
That's where we live, right off
or
I-59.
something.
Yeah,
And
that's
then,
where we
yeah.
used to stop.
you know,
I used to do it 3 times a year because I used to go up to Maryland Public TV from Baton Rouge to work. And
Oh, goodness, yeah.
I mean, I remember one night I just pulled into a Holiday Inn, because I was just in the parking lot. I put my feet up on the dashboard and go to sleep, and it was raining. And then I woke up at 11 o'clock the next morning. Some of the
Goodness.
best sleep I had.
yeah. No, but
Now, how did that work? You said 3 times a year from Baton Rouge to DC? I mean,
Yeah, when I left working for public television in Baton Rouge, Maryland Public TV called and said, "Hey, we need somebody to direct membership." And so I would go up to Maryland. I went up there first time, and it was like a month's worth of work. And because I'd come in from out of town, they paid for the flight and they paid for the hotel room.
That's good. That's
The
nice.
manager would let me stay at his house, and I would drive. So that right there was a lot of money. And then I worked every day, and it was great. And I'd go home, but it screwed up all my business in Baton Rouge because I'd be gone so much.
Was it in Baltimore?
Yeah, after 2 years, I just talked to them about, were you going to keep hiring me? And they go, yeah. So then I talked Emily into moving to Washington. And
there you go.
well, what's the
Yeah, they
gig? The Maryland thing? That was public service.
Maryland television.
Public
Okay.
TV?
And when you would go up there would be like it was seasonal. I mean, like,
Well, 3
Except
times
for
a
the
year they would
membership
have
drive?
fundraisers.
Oh.
And you know what the fundraisers where they stand in the studio and say,
yeah,
"You're
yeah.
watching public television. And
Yeah.
if you give us $25,
Do they show some video that they talk for a few minutes and all? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was, I'm a really good live director. I'm a horrible director when like a play, when you have to read a script and hit the cues. But live, I could take these 3 cameras and just do it in my sleep.
Yeah.
So that's what I would do. And they liked me and I liked them. So it worked out pretty good.
That's good.
Neat.
Close up camera two. Camera two. Too much headroom. What are you doing?
What's the matter with the
Cut it
camera
back.
too? Get
Yeah.
that right.
Close that iris. I want to shot a close up of you know what.
Right. And it was, you know,
Wow.
it was good money. So it was
Yeah, I mean, it was
keep you going. And
a lot of fun, huh?
That made good contacts. Then we moved to halfway in between Washington and Baltimore the first year. And then after that, I got more work out of Washington. So we moved into Washington and it worked out pretty good.
Tacoma Park.
Yeah.
When was the last time?
Like
Hey,
200,000.
Snake,
Hey, Snake,
Now for the minute.
Now it's worth
Right.
Yeah.
Hey,
Snake.
Hey,
How are
Snake.
you, Snake?
Okay,
all right.
Doing good. Mhm.
okay.
I think one day you're gonna have to open up that safe and just show everybody what's in it.
I don't have any guns.
No, it might be Al Capone's treasure we've been looking for.
I think it's your money.
Lottery tickets.
That's true. No,
You
they,
gonna send me something, Snake? Is that
yeah, as soon as the June comes out.
okay? Just whenever. I'm anytime. Be glad to.
Thank you.
You remember when Hidalgo Rivera opened up that safe and there was nothing in it?
Al Capone's safe.
Al
It's a big
Capone's
thing.
safe.
National TV, building
Big
up.
thing. Open the Snake. Yeah.
Nothing in it.
I've got personal papers and guns, and I'm an avid coin collector.
All right.
Yeah, I go back to the 1700s.
Wow.
Really? Wow. Interesting. Yeah.
Well, coinage started in 1793, and I've got 4 pieces from the 1700s.
Wow.
What started in 1793?
Coinage.
Oh, coinage. Okay.
What do they call those people?
Numismatics, huh?
The stamp collectors.
Stamps. What do they call it?
Coin collectors.
Coin collector.
numismatic,
Yeah.
Numismatics.
numismatic,
Right.
stamps are philatelist,
Stamps are what?
Philatelist.
philatelist.
Philately.
with-
I accused my kid of being a philatler. It wasn't collecting stamps.
He was-
Philater or philanderer?
Philanderer, probably.
Go out of the bathroom, you fillet enough.
Yeah.
So, well, here's the summer's got started down here. It's getting tropical warm. Pete said it's 100 degrees in Orlando. It's in the high 80s here and very humid.
Humid. Yeah. High 80s, low, right around 90, something like that, whatever. But it's,
About 74 here.
Mm.
oh gosh, it sounds wonderful. Well, that's what David, you said yours about 75 out there.
Yeah.
over
Mhm.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
It's so nice not to have to sweat. I don't know. When I used to jog, sweating, I learned to like sweating okay, but if you're not jogging,
Yeah.
who likes to sweat?
So Dave, do you get
That's-
snow in the winter?
Just a, a touch. If you get, we're at about 2,700 feet, and if you get up to 3,300, 3,500 feet, then you get maybe 2 feet a year. It's not a Colorado or a New England kind of situation.
Up in the Smokies and so forth. Yeah.
That sounds
Yeah.
Well, we're a mile high and we get snow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all had a lot of snow since just in the past month, didn't you?
Yeah.
Well, a lot of rain too,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
but it's been a lousy May, really.
We've had a lot of rain, but no snow.
Well,
I think.
you
You get to go
don't,
home to
you don't
the
have to
cicadas,
shovel
huh,
rain.
Tom?
You don't have to shovel rain.
No.
Sweep it out. Just let it go into the grass.
But sometimes you have to paddle through it, though.
Yeah, down here you do.
Rick, have you decided anything about Hawaii?
Yeah, I think we're going to September, probably.
September, okay.
I was, I've got to get on next week and try to, I've kind of found everything. it's so complicated to go to Hawaii. You gotta go on this Safe Travel Hawaii website. You've got to download all this, your card and all this stuff. You gotta have a test within 72 hours before you leave. It's complicated. My brother's helped me with it because he lives there. But they got to do the same thing when they go to Oahu, for example. And they're gonna go over there and just for a few days, get away from whatever, But it's complicated. Right now everything's okay if you get all this stuff done, but
It might be easier in a month or so.
Yeah, just don't rough up any of the stewardesses. They sort of.
can you believe these people? Did you
Well,
see that lady on Southwest?
Told her to put her seatbelt on. It's like,
Yeah.
good
And
lord.
they had another one stand up and screaming at the stewardesses or whoever, whatever about it, but she didn't want to, it's her right not to wear a face mask. So they took her off too.
They should just throw them out the plane while it's in the air.
That's what Sandra said.
P.P. Cooper.
That's right.
Yeah. Give them a hyper parachute, see what happens. Oh, I'm sorry. You're not required to use this anymore. Okay, never mind.
I'm not,
Yeah.
does anybody know, anybody know what airline, New Haven served?
I do not.
I'm having trouble finding a way in there by air.
Now, what did Gim say? Brookfield or Brook something that's just an hour north of New Haven is where he was saying to fly
Yeah,
into.
he's not going to be here today because he got a job. So he was,
Got a job.
he got a job playing.
Oh,
Imagine. All this time he
Tuba.
had that banjo and he finally got a place to play.
He just can't hold a banjo player down.
no.
They just
Everybody's
want
lucky.
I hope his G string don't break.
Oh, God.
He's not playing a 5-string.
What?
He's not playing a 5-string. That's
Oh.
E drone.
Yeah, it seems like it's always the G string though, isn't it?
Yeah. I guess everything's pretty well open down on Bourbon Street now. A lot of stuff, huh?
Yeah.
I know Barry said Fritzl's has been packed all the he's there,
Yeah. Well, we didn't go down this week. I'm still waiting for things to calm down a little bit more,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Because like still only have like 30% of Louisiana vaccinated. And then people go down Bourbon Street come from all over the freaking place.
Mike,
Hey, Mike.
Hello, how's everybody?
Hello,
There he
Mike.
is. Hey,
Doing
Mike.
well. Good to see you.
Good to see you, man. Everybody doing good?
yeah,
Hi.
Go far.
That's great.
Mike, where are you gonna fly into when you go to the reunion?
I'm driving.
Oh, you're driving? Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
We got
that'll
some
be
friends.
cool.
We're gonna stop in Ohio and see some friends, and we're gonna see people up in Binghamton, New York, then over to New Haven.
Oh, excellent, excellent. What a road trip.
I'm sorry?
No, I was saying, what a road trip. That's great.
Yeah. Yeah, we seem to we do a lot of those. We did last year, 2 years ago, I'm sorry. We went out to Yellowstone and just what a wonderful trip that was out there. Yeah. And it's a long trip. Well, back in 2004, 2005, both my wife and I have motorcycles,
Oh,
and we followed the Lewis and Clark Trail from St. Louis out to the coast and back.
Wow.
took us
Really?
like-
Wow.
Took us 2 years, a month each year, and that's about 10,000 mile trip. That's not bad.
Well,
yeah. Next time, try it on walking.
Yeah.
No, I'm okay. Oh yeah, those guys were unbelievable. They went places that we followed the trail as close as we could,
Mhm.
but sometimes we had to get away from it. But those guys were manly men. I'll tell you that right now.
And Sacagawea.
Yeah,
I bet you enjoy Yellowstone.
loved Yellowstone.
Oh, I know. I'm dying to go back out there. We're going to try to go the next 2 years. I worked there one summer back in '67.
Oh, cool.
It
Yeah,
was a great.
we've been there 2 or 3
Because you could
times.
run down to Tetons and then Rocky Mountain Park. And,
Yep.
Come down to Denver.
Yeah, I will. I'll do that. We used to go out to the West Yellowstone garbage dump, which West Yellowstone's in Idaho, to the garbage dump there and watch the grizzlies come up and feed at night. And it was always neat because sometimes they'd decide to run up toward where the cars are and run past you. Here we were in a convertible.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, oh, time for another beer. It was fun. We enjoyed it up there.
Here we go. Yeah. So everybody all set for Memorial Day weekend? Big plan?
Not really.
Doing a lot of nothing.
Stay home, stay quiet.
Stay
We've
home,
had we've had 2 busy weekends. We're ready to stay home for a weekend.
No, we're gonna actually do a family get together for the first time in over a year. All the family that's been vaccinated and all. We're going to my mom's old house, which my sister bought after she died. And that's where we used to always go for Memorial Day and barbecue and swim in the pool, so we're going to do it again this
So
year.
that'll be nice, yeah.
Masks are optional, but there ain't any of us that haven't been vaccinated. So it's
Pants are optional? Oh, masks.
Mask or pants are optional too. But that's family members,
Oh,
Yeah,
Good night.
if
Mike.
you see anything you never saw before, throw a stick at it.
Everybody,
Hey,
Hey, I heard somebody else say something.
Mike Johnson.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
I'm here.
I know.
Hey,
I'm
Mike.
just-
Hello, Mike.
How
How
do
you
guys-
doing? Man, I was just at Walmart a little while ago. I had to pick up a prescription for Karen. And there used to have to be an appointment only for the vaccine. Now it's walk-in vaccination, it's free.
Really?
Yep,
Buy
What,
one.
what
get
kind,
one
what
free.
kind are they getting? Which one?
I'm sorry.
Pfizer? Which one are they getting? Moderna, Pfizer?
I don't know. I got Pfizer and I was happy. I didn't have any
Yeah,
problems.
we got Pfizer.
Moderna,
We got Moderna.
Moderna.
It's
Moderna.
40 stores in Colorado are doing it. You just walk in and fill out a form and they stick you and they're doing, some kind of things with Pfizer, Moderna, and Johnson & Johnson.
Well, in Maryland, they're putting in a lottery now, so somebody's gonna win $1 million.
Yeah, Colorado's doing that. There's gonna be 5 shots at winning $1 million if you're being vaccinated at least once by June 4th.
Mhm.
But can we run up to Maryland or Colorado and get a shot and enter? If we've already-
They're doing that in a lot of states, Bill. Rick,
Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
That's just, there's a lot of people just not going to get vaccinated.
They're not, they won't. I know a bunch that just refuse to do it. They still don't need to. It's a bunch of bull.
Yeah.
well,
They'll tell the 500,000+ people that died, that's bull.
That's it.
I had to get it, but I had no choice.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I know I had a contractor working with me here at the house and he wasn't going to get anything. He says, I believe in the herd theory. Yes, the herd theory. Those that are strong will survive and those that are not will not survive.
That was
I
his.
thought, well,
Nice
I
guy.
thought, well, you asshole. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quit being so selfish. Get the damn shot. It's free. What the hell?
yeah. I got the shot because I didn't want to infect anybody else.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I still wear a mask at Walmart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they have
Yeah.
major television network that's still telling people it's a bunch of bullshit. Fox News is still telling people, that it's that
Really?
you don't need to do it. Oh yeah, they have those. Who's that asshole on the Fox? I can't. I hate when I go into
Tucker
a
Carlson.
Carlson?
Tucker Carlson, you mean?
Tucker Carlson. Yeah,
Tucker Carlson, something like that.
Changed the first letter of his first name.
yeah, Mother Tucker. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, when I go in, I'm sitting like in a waiting room or anywhere, and they got Fox News on. I said, "Can I change that?" Because it's like it's just rather poke my eyes out than watch that.
Yeah. They don't need to promote not getting the shot. Talk about the good things of it. It's still your decision, but at least,
Yeah.
I mean, let the science speak for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't try and influence them that way.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, the sad thing is 70 million people voted for that asshole. Not Tucker, but you know who.
Yeah,
70 million people is a lot.
Yeah, this whole pandemic thing has been, if it weren't for people like the frontline workers from the medical to the grocery people, it'd be very disappointing. I mean, from some of our politicians to some of our neighbors, just very sad to me.
I notice all the Walmart workers, they still all have to wear masks, but not, they don't require it for people, but they all wear them in the store, I noticed. you know.
Just cover the,
Well, I
cover
mean, they're
their ass.
exposed to it.
Yeah,
Yep.
But the medical profession, my goodness. Yeah, my daughter-in-law was a nurse and she caught it after
Oh.
being exposed to it so much, but she was okay. She didn't even, the only reason she lost her taste of sense and smells. And she didn't feel bad or anything.
did it come
And so
back?
you just,
Does the smell and taste come back though? Because,
oh yeah, it comes back.
okay.
My
Last
granddaughter,
thing I saw was, you know,
my granddaughter, got COVID and she lost her taste and smell and she hasn't gained it
not
back
yet. Really, how long has that been, Pete?
A couple of
Really?
months, but it may come back,
He's
No other,
a lot of-
may come back.
she feels okay.
She's
and everything, though, right?
26. 26, but otherwise she feels fine.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm, figure it's better to be safe than sorry.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, there's a reason.
there's no guarantee with the vaccination we have.
That's true.
They haven't
No,
done enough research. There's no guarantee.
no.
Yeah.
They say you'll still, if you get it, you won't have it as severe and you probably won't end up in intensive care or anything like that, but who knows? I mean, you know, but I mean, you know, they get flu shots every year. I mean, you know, they had vaccinate, you know, they seem like they had vaccines for, what is it? Polio and smallpox. So they used to have pandemics on those.
Mhm.
Remember growing up, there was always polio was what you had to worry about.
We got pneumonia shots too.
Yeah.
Did y'all see a report? It was about a week ago, I think, and they found that people that did end up with COVID, that the virus stays active or dormant, at least like in the penis. And that some people that have had it have had trouble getting erections and stuff like that, you know, and
That's my problem.
yeah, they put-
Is it too late to take
maybe
the
it'll
shot?
keep them dumbasses from being able to replicate, you know? And
That's called age.
it was,
Yeah,
they said COVID, you know.
the side effect is age.
That was a problem before COVID.
Yeah, maybe they only did the tests on people who are in the nursing home with COVID.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, Lord. Yeah. Been a strange year though, that's for sure. Last year and this year too is continuing, but getting better, I guess.
Yeah. It's a humdinger. It ain't the roaring 20s, that's for sure.
No,
Yeah.
No, it's
Mike, when you drove across country on the bikes, did you stop at motels or camp?
about half and half. We tent camped most of the way out there. We go from campground to campground.
That's a
yeah,
lot
you
of stuff to carry.
I'm sorry.
That's a lot of stuff to carry on the bike.
Yeah. Well, we both had big bikes. And yeah, it looked like the real McCoy is going down the road. With, you know, and depending on what day it was, you might have your laundry hanging out the back too. So
Do you have
But it was
lar-
fun, though, huh?
what kind of bikes
Sounds
did
like a
y'all
lot of
ride?
what's that?
What kind of bikes did y'all ride?
We both had Hondas at that time.
Okay.
I still got a Honda. I bought a Honda Valkyrie and had it converted to a three-wheel trike,
Oh, okay.
but with the wheels in front. And so 2 wheels in front instead of the back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
It's way cool. It's way cool. Yeah, we go out all the time. Karen's got a 98 Harley Davidson Fat Boy,
Wow.
and which is like a really low bike because she's short and she can sit on the seat and put both feet on the ground. So she's happy with that. And
If those
yeah.
things those Harleys are so heavy though.
they are heavy. They are heavy. They're
When
like,
they fall down, sometimes you help to have somebody help you pick it back up.
yeah. That's one of in the classes. That's one of the things they teach you, how to get the bike up by yourself.
Mhm.
There's a trick to it, but yeah, it's all leverage and maneuvering type thing. But that was fun. We enjoyed it. We went as the first year as far as the Lewis and Clark expedition went. The first year they went from basically St. Louis, St. Charles, or Camp River du Bois across the river in Illinois. But they ended up in North Dakota or South Dakota, I forget which, at the place called the Mandan Villages. And that's where we stopped and turned around the first year after being on the road for a while.
Hmm.
Then we picked up the next year right there and then took it all the way out to the coast and back.
Hmm.
And
But it was great. Sounded like a lot of fun.
it was
I
fun.
think as far as like your plans were just to take the route and whatever happens, happens, right? You just like,
Exactly.
yeah, that's kind of
Exactly.
fun. Yeah.
We went to Europe like that one time. We bought Eurail passes had no itinerary. We just ended up there and said, well, where do you want to go today? Okay, well, this is fine. And we'd stop. If we liked it, we'd stay there a couple of days. If we didn't, we'd move on.
That's what
Great.
that's what Sandra and I did. We went over. We took back in '87. Took a month and went over there, and just no itinerary. Just we ended up in Heathrow and went to Stonehenge and Stratford, and down to London. Then took the ferry over to Belgium,
Mhm.
and went through just wherever. Favorite place was Venice. Yes.
Yeah,
I heard you
Been
can't
to
hardly
Venice.
get in there now.
Well, you can't get a car in there. I had a car actually for a while. I had to park it in the parking garage across before you actually go into Venice, and finally just turned it in there and got a Eurail pass.
Yeah.
Your rail passes are beautiful, man. I love them.
Oh yeah, fantastic.
One of these days, we've never made Europe yet. So of course, there's places in the United States we haven't seen, we want to see. So it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah. I
got
wouldn't mind going back
Springs
to Europe. I've been there several times and I enjoyed it every time. But like you say, Bill, there's so many places I want to see still. I want to go rafting to Grand Canyon, that type
I
of thing.
did that one with my two boys. We did 7 days on a raft, running all the rapids. You sleep out every night. We didn't set foot inside a house or anything or in kind of lodging for 7 days. And it was fun, and it's amazing. There was no bugs. I thought I brought like bug repellent with me and all this other crap because I figured we'll be sleeping out. And I guess it's because the water is moving. I guess there's no place for the mosquito eggs or whatever
Yeah.
to latch onto. And you sleep out on the sand. It's powder like on the beaches there. And you bring it. You can't leave anything there. Everything that you have with you, you got to go with you when you get back in the boat to go down the river some more. I'm glad I did it. But it was physical. Just getting in and out the boat and climbing to all the little side tours they take you on. But it was great.
Would you do it again?
I would. I'd have to get a little bit more fit. I'd have to tone up again a little bit because we went with a group called Hatch River Expeditions. They were excellent.
Okay.
Bonnie go?
No, Bonnie did not go. I took my two boys, Billy
okay.
and Daniel. And because some of the things, like if you want to get up and see the ancient ruins and huts, like at the top of the canyon, you're basically climbing, like they call it the Stairmaster. It's like you physically, now you don't have to do all that, but if you want to do it, you have to be in some physical shape, And there's a couple places that the boats tie off that you're in a rapids while it's tied off, and you have to leap to the shore.
Oh,
You
wow.
never take your life preserver off, but still, you have little gaps and stuff. So you want to be doddering and do it. Let's put it that way,
So anyway,
Never
my
done
point is there's still a lot of places I wouldn't want to see. I want to see the world's largest ball of string, Hey,
Where is it?
it's in Iowa,
It's in Iowa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Illinois.
Something like that.
It'd be a good destination on a bike trip, see? What'd you do? A big ass ball of string. There's a place up in
The
There's a
Twinings,
place up
Ohio.
if you're ever out there in Nebraska.
I'd
I'm
like
sorry?
to see Japan, but it's so damn expensive.
What is?
Japan,
Oh, Japan.
go to Japan.
I'd love to do that.
I've done about 21 or 2 countries, and
Wow.
but I've never been to the Far East.
I just want to go to Japan so I could be taller than most people.
I would be.
Yeah, I was gonna I was gonna take a trip a few years ago. We were really thinking about doing it, going to Vietnam and Cambodia. I was gonna go visit Big Bill. We've been in touch and he was giving me all kind of, but of course he passed away, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, he was in Thailand.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was in Thailand. Yeah. We were gonna visit him while we were over there. But
Yeah,
we didn't do it.
Cambodia. 2 hoops and a holler.
Yeah, my brother's been over. They said it's really there's a beautiful place over there. So, you know,
Yeah.
all that.
very fun.
Here comes Barry.
Hey, Barry.
Hey,
Hey,
Horace.
There he is. Hello, Barry.
Hey, Barry.
Hey, Barry.
Hey, guy.
What's up, y'all?
Not much.
Not
Hello.
much. What you been doing?
I'm just getting home. Good to see y'all.
Yeah.
Have you
Same
picked up
here.
a lot of-
He's not coming today.
Who's not coming?
Him.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna miss him.
Barry, do you remember what Kim said about flying up for the reunion? You fly to a place north of New Haven? You remember the name?
I don't remember that,
I
David.
thought it was it Hartford?
You fly into Hartford. And then I don't remember how far it is from Hartford to New Haven, but shouldn't be a big deal.
I tell you what, I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fly into the city, into New York, and then come on in. I was talking to Danny. He said, flying in New York, we're probably gonna stay a night or two in New York, but then you catch a train into New Haven.
Yeah.
Yeah, the trains are good up there. They work good.
Yeah, safe having to rent a car.
Save having to rent a car, parking spots, and
Yeah.
all that stuff.
But try to see a show.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
You can get a train, Barry? You can get a train to New Haven from out of New York?
That's what Danny said, and I think flying into New Haven costs more than flying into New York.
Probably.
Yeah, but Hartford isn't bad. I did that at Connecticut Jazz Festival with those guys for about 10 years, and we'd always go into Hartford and then drive to the festival and stuff. But I don't know where Hartford is in relation to Moodus and a couple of those other places where the festival was, but Hartford's a big area there.
Right.
Yeah, but all the places on the East Coast, when you park a car at a hotel, it's like
Right.
50
From
bucks a night.
Hartford to New Haven.
What, Tom?
All the places up on the Northeast, when you park a car, it's like 50 bucks a night
Oh,
Right.
just to park the car. So trains are a really good option. because Trains go everywhere.
It said
Yeah.
22 at New Haven to park the car. Yes.
I'd like to avoid getting a car, but
New Haven to Hartford is only 45 minutes. By
So
car.
That's just.
How far is New Haven out of New York? I can't remember. Anybody know that?
I'll get it.
No.
Hang on.
Ask.
Direction from New York City to New Haven, Connecticut.
Siri knows.
I've taken a trip before. Last time in the '87 reunion, I can't remember it being more than an hour or so.
A train
No, by car.
or by car.
They say at least 2.5 hours by car.
2.5 hours by car, that long? I don't remember. I don't remember riding that long.
You might have been hungover.
Could be.
And that might be from downtown New York. I'm just going with phone said.
Other drinkers.
I'm finally gonna try to figure out how far.
Hey, Barry,
Yeah.
Dottie have a good birthday party?
Dottie had a good birthday party. She said she had a wonderful one. She's standing in the kitchen right there.
Hey, Dot.
Hey, Dottie.
Hi,
Hey,
Dottie.
Dottie.
Dottie, come say hello
Yeah.
to the guy.
Happy
There's
birthday.
Dottie.
Hey,
Hey,
Dottie.
Hey, everyone.
Dottie.
I'm listening to all those flying arrangements, so I'm trying to pay attention.
Mhm.
Yeah.
When your wings
What
and
shows y'all
you
gonna
get
go see?
tired.
Hmm.
What shows you gonna try and see, Barry, you know?
Oh, I don't even know that.
You might
Danny
check.
said, let's go up there early, do a show or two, get a hotel. I said, okay. Well, sound like a
There's
win.
only gonna be a few shows open, man. That's gonna be the end of September. When the first one opens. You might
Yeah,
wanna check on that.
you probably got a bunch of people wanting tickets too.
You bet.
Well, maybe we'll go, I don't know, we'll do something else. What the hell? It ain't like they don't have anything to do in friggin' New York.
There are a few things to do there, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't they have that thing, twofers, where they sell them on 42nd Street for seats that are available?
I don't know. I don't know even know if they in business.
So many places are shut down.
No shit.
Huh.
It'll be interesting.
So I know I got on late, but I'm sure y'all discussed our friend Sonny dying, huh?
We haven't
Oh,
talked
yeah.
about Sonny yet, no.
Bad.
Number.
Yeah, that's a shame.
We should all drink a pitcher of beer just in his honor.
Put it on your
Sounds
head.
like a, sounds good, Pete.
Well, the last time most of us saw him, we were down in Punta Gorda, Florida.
Yep.
Mike and Mike, both of y'all were there.
Yeah, I had never met Sonny before that. and He was a kick that weekend. It was great
Yeah,
meeting him and hanging out with him. I'd heard
Was he
about
in
it.
Oklahoma City too? He didn't
I
come to
don't
Oklahoma
think.
City.
just Punta Gorda.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got a bunch of pictures.
Well, what is his mustache history? When did he start or where did he play?
Well,
all over.
I tell you what, that he was one of the guys, he wrote a book, and a lot of the mustache history is in that book. But he was a guy that Joel was sending out opening up clubs. He would go in and open a club as the band leader, trombone player, band leader. Mike, you want to help me on that one?
Yeah, he played in Denver.
Yeah, but Denver's already open by the time I got there, so.
But he must
Yeah,
have.
he was in Denver for a while, but I don't know how much after it opened, but he was here for a while. He was just everywhere. And Barry, that book you're talking about, I've got it and it's really good. It's very well
Yeah, I
done.
read it. It's really good.
Yeah, me
know?
too.
A lot of information on him opening up mustache clubs and teaching the band members the mustache way and the whole shtick, stuff like that was pretty good.
There was at least one video of Sonny from I think it was the class of 27 at Disney World with Banu and Ralph Reynolds and John Reynolds and Westy Westernberger, all on it, and Sonny doing his thing with the raccoon coat and the beer on his head and stuff or whatever. But at least one video on YouTube.
Okay.
You can probably find it by going to YouTube and typing in Sonny Elmer.
Well, Mike was in that show, class of 27, Mike Gentry. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Peter Babcock was at one point. A bunch of people were in it, but
I was in
they
it.
changed personnel over a while, didn't it, Mike? Over a period of a few years.
I was there the second year. Pete and who else was on that band? Gannett was on at 73. I didn't come until 74.
And Lee Floyd was on too.
Lee Floyd was
Eddie Erickson was part of it for a while.
who?
Eddie
Yeah.
Erickson.
Eddie Erickson,
Yeah.
who's being inducted into the Hall of Fame again this next October 6th.
That was last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, from last year, but they did it virtually because.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But he's
So
going to be up there.
guys, what they're talking about is some of the mustache guys like Sonny, Buzzy, Banu, and all them. They put together a half-hour stage show based on mustache music, but with lines and script and jokes and
Oh, really?
shtick.
Oh,
And it was presented at Disneyland first, then in Disney World. And a lot of musicians from the mustache actually did that show. You're looking at two of them right now, Mike Gentry and Peter Villanitas, but a lot of people worked that show.
And it was called
Mhm.
Class of 27.
The class of 27.
Yeah, wasn't Pat
was the show-
O'Brien?
It was the show that Sonny wrote when they were down doing Joe the Bartenders. He and Banu and Buzzy wrote that show called The Class of 25 then. Then they took it to Disney World or Disneyland. And yeah, Eddie was on that band. Buck Kelly was on the band.
Buck was on it. I didn't know Buck ever did Disney.
Yep, California. He was there with who's the, I can't think of the banjo player that died from New York City. Danny's mentor. Worked with
Oh, Eddie Davis.
Eddie Davis. He was on that. Eddie Davis and Buck Kelly were on that band together. And
Buck was a hell of a player.
yeah.
And you
Yeah,
said that
both
there's
bands
a
are
video
piano.
of it? You said that there's a video of that class of 27?
There's some
I
stuff on
think-
YouTube.
I think if you go to YouTube, if you type in
YouTube.
class of 27, you'll probably get one with Sonny and Banu and them.
Yeah, try class of 27 or try Sonny Helmer.
Okay.
It's up there somewhere.
I look back though at those tempos, and those tempos were so friggin' fast. I don't know how we did it. It's like when Barry and Danny were down with Joe Terra down in Key West.
In Key West.
Yeah, when you hear some of those tempos, they're tempo-y terras, man. They're unbelievably fast.
Mike and I put that CD on of a recording from back in 1970 something. And we looked at each other, we said, holy shit.
Right.
That's us playing that fast?
And do the fingers still work that fast?
No, no. Not even
Wow.
close.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah.
Although for Peter Vrienides, it's all the same. He's got two notes he's playing. Boom.
Yeah, thanks, Barry.
It don't matter how
Love you
fast it
too.
is. How fast can you play two notes? Boom, 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 boom.
Well, depends on how much I've had to drink.
Look, wait a minute, talking about tuba, I heard Neil Tidwell play 12th Street Rag on the tuba.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, he was great. Yeah.
I'm surprised I didn't see his liver come flying out through it.
well, yeah,
Who was
it
that- who
was
was that?
funny.
Who played 12th Street? I didn't hear that.
Neil Tidwell,
Oh, yeah, Neil, yeah.
yeah. He played with the New
Bill
Orleans.
Bill Clark used to do clarinet polka on the tuba.
Yeah, I remember that.
Another good one on
Remember
tuba is the clarinet solo from High Society.
Who did? Bill?
A lot of people have done that. I can't think of the names right off the top of my head, but I've heard several tuba players do the clarinet solo from High Society on the tuba.
They ought to let the clarinet player do that, Mike.
Yeah, I know, but it's kind of fun to hear it a different way.
With Bob Adams' band, with Joe and Sally, he'd play the lead, she'd play a harmony with him with
Yeah.
the same lick. Really good.
Did you ever hear Gannett play that San Antonio Rose?
Oh,
Play in triple time. Amazing. Is it Gannett or Gannett?
Gannett.
Gannett.
Dave Gannett.
He's quite a player.
Yeah,
Have you ever seen a video of Dave Gannett on television somewhere on the East Coast doing his flaming tuba thing?
Yep.
Yeah, there's a video up there somewhere from a television show, and I think Philadelphia or somewhere years ago, where he's up there and he set off the black butter and the sousaphone at the end of it.
Remember for Carnegie, he had a black tuba.
Yeah,
It was black. I never seen a black tuba.
Was that a tuba or a helicon?
A Helicon.
Helicon.
It was a Helicon,
yeah.
but black.
Black.
Yeah, black tubas matter, man.
What's the difference between a tuba and a helicon?
the bell goes straight out with a helicon.
The bell goes out over your shoulder instead of out this way or up this way or,
It's the shape of the instrument.
yeah.
Played the same
It's
way.
still
It does the same thing.
Oh,
It's kind of like a tuba and a sousaphone. They do the same thing. They're built
Yeah.
differently.
Yeah, I've seen a sousaphone. It wraps around and it's got
Right.
the big bell pointing out this way. Yeah.
Right.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, Peter, but a helicon is like a sousaphone, except when the bell comes around the back, it comes out and just goes straight out this way.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
you're right, Mike. You sit inside it like a sousaphone, but bell goes up over your shoulder instead of out in front.
Yep. They call it a rain catcher.
Yeah,
Yeah, you wouldn't want
Yeah.
to be playing it, you wouldn't want to be playing it in a marching band down here in the rain, that's for sure.
No.
When I was with the show band, the sousaphone player was Dane Marion, and he took a piece of red felt and he cut out and got some marks lots and all, and he put that red felt in the bell of his tuba. It looked like a big tongue hanging out of the bell. Oh yeah.
Well, in New Orleans, usually for the Mardi Gras and stuff like that, a lot of the tuba players will put the little band logo
Yeah.
screen on
Over
their,
there.
to keep
Yeah.
people
Over the
from
front,
beating
yeah.
in there while they're walking down the street. But
That's to
with
keep
those,
the people from throwing shit
keep
down
people
the
from throwing
bell.
stuff in the tuba
Yeah.
while you're on the floats.
Keep throwing beads down there, yeah.
yeah, Yeah.
Peter, you ever had anybody throw shit down your bell?
Yeah, when I was in high school, we were sitting up in the bleachers for a football game, and somebody was unscrewing the nuts from the bleacher seats, and they were tossing them into the bell here. Ding, ding,
Oh.
ding, 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 ding.
Hey, Peter, about 40 years ago, we were doing a thing up in Breckenridge for a celebration in winter called Uller Fest. And
Uller
we were on a trailer behind a tractor, and there were some dumbasses on the roof trying to throw snowballs in the tuba bell. And the tuba player's name was Steve Watson, and he got one right in the forehead.
oh,
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Hard damn snowball right in the forehead.
Jeez.
That's a long time ago, man.
Long time
He's
ago.
been gone- He's been gone 40
Steve's
years.
been gone a long time.
Steve died in
Yeah.
1984.
Hey,
a long
look,
time.
the other night I was watching the Lawrence Welk show, and they had a song on that show that we used to play at the Mustache I hadn't heard in a long time. They had Wait Till the Sun Shines Nelly. Y'all
Yeah.
remember that
oh
one?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that came on Lawrence Welk. I told Dottie, I said, look, we used to play at the Mustache. That song.
Yeah.
Lawrence Welk.
And the
Lawrence
cloud.
Welk, They still show it.
Of course, Mitch Miller had that one on too.
Mitch Miller.
Oh, yeah.
The bouncing ball, man.
Follow the bouncing ball.
You know, I never saw that program because I was working too much. You know, I never saw Mitch Miller.
You never saw that? It was a popular show when I was a kid, and they played all
Yeah.
the old songs. You
Sing
know,
along with Mitch, yeah.
yeah, on top of all the
There's the bouncing ball going. yeah.
Follow the bouncing ball.
I think that's how I learned a lot of lyrics from watching that show. And
Yeah, I think so.
and listen, and my mother would buy these Mitch Miller sing-along albums, and the beauty of that was all these guys would sing the songs, but they'd have the words on the back of the jacket. So I'd sit there and sing along, you know, with the guys singing, and I think that's how I learned a bunch of lyrics. I think so.
Yeah. And then,
I
then we
learned
got
a
to the
lot
bus-
of tunes with Mary Melody cartoons.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think all of us did.
And then when you got to the
Yeah.
mustache, you learned all the dirty words to the songs.
But
That was the
Peter-
toughest thing.
Peter,
That was
you
the
look-
toughest thing going to Disney. That was the toughest thing going to Disney is having to relearn the clean words.
Or you can say, Barry,
Peter looks like Foghorn Leghorn.
hey, I resemble that remark.
Yeah.
I'll say it.
I say.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Merry Melodies. You know what? My grandkids, they want to watch these new cartoons that come out, and they're nothing. I said, look, I could get these Merry Melodies, Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck with all the music. They don't want to watch that, and that stuff was so much better quality.
Yeah.
Much better. There's no comparison, yeah.
It was Looney Tunes and Merry Melody.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, when I have the grandkids over, I go to YouTube and you can find all the old Bugs Bunnies and stuff like that. Now they're a lot more violent than the kids.
Oh, they are.
But they,
Yeah.
but they were laughing and enjoying them so much, you know, because there was they're clever, you know.
Especially Wile E. Coyote and
Yeah,
Speedy
Roadrunner.
Gonzalez.
Gee,
Yeah, Roadrunner.
Roadrunner.
Well, even the
These-
Three Stooges, I mean, do not try this. We knew not to hit each other in the head with hammers. Yeah, we tried it when we were kids.
Do not try this at home. Potentially dangerous, Bill.
Yeah, that's right.
Changing the subject. Anybody here, like Peter, you're from New York originally, right?
Right.
The middle of October, is it going to be cold up in New Haven? Or hot, or warm, or nice, or hard to tell?
Well, it's hard to say because I haven't been there in 45 years.
Yeah. But I'm saying down here in Arkansas, October is going to be shorts weather still. And up there it's going to be leaf turning weather, fall foliage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah.
Depends on how much
I should
rainfall.
bring a jacket, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring a jacket, yeah.
Well, Peter, you gonna pack your pink Speedo?
Not today.
never
Not
forgot
that, no.
I would never forget that.
Hey, Mike Gentry, you ever run across a guy named Tonk Edwards in Arkansas? You ever know Tonk Edwards, a guitar player?
No,
He's an old friend from Denver. He moved back to Arkansas years ago. And I know Arkansas is a big state. You might not have run into him, but I just curious if you might have.
yeah, nope, never heard of him.
Okay.
Peter, you still going up there for the reunion?
Well, planning on it. I haven't made any hotel reservations because I don't know if anything.
Well, nobody has. They said hold off on that.
Yeah. Well, I like your idea of flying into New York and taking a train up
Yeah.
Yeah.
instead of trying to fight, renting a car.
Mike's gonna bring tents for everybody. And we could camp in the parking lot.
There you
Why
go.
don't we stay at Joel's mansion?
Joel's got one?
Oh, we would think he does.
In the sky maybe, but yeah, I saw a Queen City Jazz Band last Sunday, and Mike, you probably know this already, but Bill Clark and Susie are going, and LeBeau was up from Texas and he's going. And several other people from Denver are going to be going. So LeBeau's definitely committed to going.
Why did he change his name from Roof to LeBeau?
I don't know exactly why, but that was done years ago, and his mother's maiden name was LeBeau.
His middle name is
He passed away, I believe that's the story.
Mikey. His middle name is LeBeau.
Oh, okay. I heard a story that his mother's middle name was, what it is, I don't know, but
Yeah.
something to do with honoring his
Gene
mother. after
Weston
he
coming
passed
up?
away or something.
Mike, is Gene Weston coming?
You know, I don't know. I talked to Gene. He's one of the few people I've been able to get hold of
I
from
saw him a
Denver. But I
couple of
sent out
weeks
a bunch of
ago.
emails to Gene. He's thinking about it, but he's not sure.
I saw him a couple of weeks ago at Fritzl's. He said he was looking at it.
Yeah.
Great.
You
I
remember
like
Gene, Mike Gentry?
What?
Mike, do you remember Gene Weston, the waiter and bartender from Denver?
Absolutely.
Yeah, great guy.
He was down in Florida with us.
Yeah, he was at Clearwater.
Yeah.
He was at a couple of places. Clearwater, and what's the other one who was there?
In Oklahoma City, he came to
Oklahoma City. Yeah. Hey, he was a good guy. He still is
He's
a
a
good
good
guy.
guy, yeah.
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 All the waiters up in Denver. Anybody else coming?
The only one I know of, and I don't know if you'd remember him, Mike, his name was Doug Grisant. He's been in Ohio for years. And he's definitely going to go, but he's made most of the reunions. He was at Carnegie, he was at 87 and other things and stuff. But all that, I've got a list of about 20 guys that I send emails out to at least 3 times. And I think Marty Face contacted them, and I've not heard back from any of them. So I don't know.
Well, I know for sure Bill and Susie are going to be there. Bill Clark is going to be.
Yeah, I saw them Sunday, and that's what they said. And communicated with H lately, and he's going to be there. Ted Turner will be there. Petruccelli's planning on being there.
Hi, everybody.
Uh,
Hey, guys.
Yeah,
We're glad you could join us.
Iran. Yeah.
That's the last call. Just kidding.
Let's go. Oh, here we go.
So Ira's going up to New York again.
Yeah.
So look, Danny and I were saying we're gonna go to New York, spend a couple of days there, and then catch
You're
a
going
train
for a
to
few
New
days
Haven.
before, though.
Yeah, but we're gonna catch a train to New Haven. Does this sound like a good idea?
What's that?
catching a train from the city to New Haven?
Yeah, it's probably a half-hour ride. How else are you gonna go?
I don't know. That's what Danny, some people talk about flying into Hartford.
Well, if you bring Julie Rubio, I'll pick you up. You know me and Julie Rubio from the New York days.
Oh, man,
I think a train barrel will work. When are you gonna go in there? Friday morning?
no, probably, I don't know. I don't know that. Probably, maybe Thursday night, Thursday afternoon.
Yeah, it's a short ride. Why is my
Well, it'll save parking
volume so
fees.
low?
So if he's
What's that,
saying it's a
Pete?
half-hour train ride, then Mike Gentry, well, you said it was 2.5 hours by car. That don't make sense.
From where?
Really fast.
From the city to New Haven.
No, yeah, by car, it's probably a 2-hour ride to New Haven,
Traffic.
Manhattan.
But by train, it's a half hour, 45 minutes?
I'm guessing it to be that.
Hmm.
I'm guessing it to be that. I never took the train, but if it's
From
a
New York
2-hour
to-
ride from,
to
let's say,
New
the
Haven.
village to New Haven, probably a half hour, 40 minutes by train. Unless you want to rent a car.
No,
Nah,
Would you have to bring, you're gonna be bringing all your gear with you too? Of course, you just have banjos, but
I just have a
can't get
banjo
this volume up.
and a pull-around suitcase, what do you call it? No
I just got on the internet. It said, New Haven to New York, to drive it is 2.5. So
Public
I don't he
traffic.
said it's 84 miles.
84 from what, Manhattan to New Haven?
Yeah,
No, that can't be more than a half hour, Mike, right? 40 minutes at the most? Unless it makes a lot of stops.
Yeah, that's in Colorado or Wyoming, where there's no traffic. You're talking about the East Coast where it's stop and go, isn't it?
bumper to bumper.
yeah, 84 miles in that traffic might be fun.
Yeah,
But a train, you would cut out all that traffic.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
And you'd be going Friday, right? Friday morning?
Probably, or maybe Thursday evening or Thursday afternoon.
Karen and I are planning on getting there Thursday night.
Yeah,
Oh, Thursday night. Okay, so you'd be going there Thursday. You might have, you gotta take a train, Barry.
yeah.
You gotta take a train.
We're gonna take the A train.
Take the A train. Yeah. You wind
We'll
up
take-
in, Staten Island.
Take a train.
Danny has a tuba up there, right? He doesn't have to bring it with him.
Yeah, Gim said he's got one for Dan.
Okay.
Well,
Okay,
that's good. That's good.
Yeah. yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
we
Mike,
gotta say goodbye.
You leaving?
Peter, as always,
There you go.
see you. Be sure to
Take
pack
care.
that pink bathing suit. I'd like to see you out by the pool in that bathing suit.
Yeah, okay, Ronnie, I'll get one just for you.
No, you already got one. You already got one. I saw you wear it. In fact, some of the people that worked at the Red Guard, they couldn't get over that.
Thank you.
Have a nice
Love you
holiday,
too.
Pete.
See you, Pete.
Bye
Take it
now.
easy, Pete.
See you, Peter.
Bye.
hey, Mike Gentry, I don't know if you've seen, but LeBeau has got a gig 7 nights a week through August 15th at some amusement park in Dallas. Playing tuba.
Yeah.
Playing tuba.
Is it like Seven Flags over? Seven
One
Flags?
of those places, but it's on tuba, not trombone.
7 nights a week, Mike?
What?
You said 7 nights a week?
Yeah, 7 days a week, a couple hours a day at an amusement park.
Oh, okay.
Hey, guess what? Over at Fritzl's, I went in Wednesday night and they took all the plexiglass down.
Oh,
Really?
About that, so we're playing just like it always been.
And not banned in a box anymore, huh?
Are the people wearing masks there, Barry?
No masks, no plexiglass, nothing.
Okay.
and no restrictions. The place was packed the whole night. And the only thing is they had to close by 1 a.m.
Yeah,
That changes tomorrow, doesn't it?
Changing
I
that
think.
Friday, I think.
What's the
Yeah.
reason behind closing at 1 o'clock?
Yeah, when that changes to tonight or
Yeah.
What's the
tomorrow.
reason for that?
What's the deal with that? Why?
I don't know. They stupid ass. A lot of that stuff is stupid ass.
Yeah, what, you can't get sick before 1 in the morning?
That's just the way it is. I live with it.
Well, like, I think coronavirus is kind of a night person.
Yeah, I guess so. Hey, but you're gonna still stick with one night, right, Barry?
Well, I'm hoping that the restaurant opens up again, I'm gonna stick with one night at Fritzl's. I'm hoping that the restaurant, opens up. They're not doing it yet, so we'll see. Look, I'm happy going down there for one night right now.
So what, does the restaurant plan on opening or you have no idea?
I don't have any idea.
Hmm.
Well, things are going to be getting crazy in October. I mean, they're going to have the French Quarter Festival, the Jazz Festival, the Voodoo Festival, kind of all bunched one after the other.
Yeah.
New Orleans.
They're gonna have
Yeah,
French.
I heard that where I work, Arno's, it's a pretty prominent restaurant, but they had some difficulties with the politicians, and they don't want to break any rules at all because the politician would come bite them in the ass. So they want to follow every rule, and that's why they hold it off on music and everything.
Hmm.
It's
I
a
thought
political
New Orleans-
deal. You get
I
it?
thought everything was wide open there now.
It's almost wide open. It's not
Okay.
definitely.
Okay.
A lot of places still closed up or most open there or?
Most of them are open, Rick, down there. What I see when I walk down there on Wednesday nights, it's all open now.
Really?
Especially this past Wednesday night, no plexiglass.
Mhm.
And I didn't see anybody with a mask on, not one. Not one person.
Did it sound better and feel better to you?
Yeah, well, it felt like normal. I mean,
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
gotta be better without the plexiglass there.
the plexiglass, I mean, if your whole show is trying to, make eye contact with the customer and trying to develop a relationship with them, and you got plexiglass, that's a barrier, even though it's a clear barrier, nevertheless, it's still a barrier.
I
Yeah.
agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah. And it's harder to do that. I mean, the guys from the mustache, when we play jazz, we use the mustache philosophy. You roll your eyes and make silly faces and all that. Well, you can't, baffle them with your music, you baffle them with your bullshit,
That's always
And
worth
it's hard to baffle them with bullshit when you got barriers up,
Yeah.
like plexiglass or masks, stuff like that. So I felt a whole lot better Wednesday night. It was amazing.
No restrictions on what kind of instruments can be played or anything anymore?
Not at Fritzl's. No, I
Not
don't
at
know about
Fritzl's.
Arno's.
But Fritzl's stuff.
Yeah.
Your tips are probably better without the plexiglass.
Well, I know they are. Well, the tips have been good. You know what? Every set, we say, hey, we had a year vacation, and don't forget about our tip jar. He had a vacation too.
That's a good
And
one.
you know what? And guess what? We're getting $20 bills now when they would have put, 10 in. We're
Right.
getting a 5 when they would have put a single in.
That's good.
Hey, Mike
That's
Gentry,
good.
we're hoping the Bull and Bush is gonna start the music again in the next month. Been talking to them a lot over the last year and a half, and it's looking like they're gonna start it up again, so cross your fingers on that one. Maybe we can see you at the Bull and Bush again one of these days.
Yeah, for sure. That's a great place. That's a great place to work. Barry, you'd like the place. It's like
You'd love it, Barry.
I'm sure I would. I've seen a lot of videos from there, and I've talked to a lot of people that work there. Your clarinet player came and visited me one time. What's his name?
Yeah, Andrew,
Andrew.
Ponderelli. Who?
no, Andrew Vogt, he's our current reed player. Good clarinet player, but a monster, very, very sax player. He's really great guy.
Yeah, he came in and sat with us at Fitzgerald. Very good. But
Yeah,
I've talked with him, and of course, I'm friends with Petroselli,
yeah.
and you. So
Well, the
If
Bowling
I
Bush is
went to
celebrating
Denver,
their
I'd come see you for
their
sure.
50th anniversary this year. Some year, Barry, we got to work it out to get you and Gentry in town together. You know?
And y'all still call yourselves your father's mustache, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
But it's
Except your logo is different. You got a copy of the logo?
we had a logo made up.
You have a
sometime in
copy
the
of it to show the guys?
What's that?
You have a copy nearby to show the
No,
guys?
but I will next week.
Okay.
What happens on that, Barry, is your father's mustache was a trademark, a service mark, something like that. And it's only state by state that you can get those. So Joel had it for New Orleans,
It was on your snow.
but he never copyrighted it in Denver. So as soon as
Really happened, Mike, was after the club closed, when Joe and I were talking about doing music again, I called Joel and I said, look, we're thinking about continuing this. And we're doing the 4-piece thing, banjo, tuba, trombone, washboard. And I said, do you have any problem with that? And he said, no, you guys will never make anything out of it anyway. So go ahead, do whatever you want. And here we are 50 years later. But I did talk to Joel about it before using the name and things. So that's come up a number of times. I remember doing a jazz festival in California 10, 12 years ago, and somebody out in the audience said, I wonder if Joel Schiavone knows about this. And I said, yeah, I called Joel after the club closed in Denver, and he said, it's fine. So there's a little idiosyncrasies there, but we've kept it going since 75.
Well, in 1983, I believe it was, Roger and Fred opened up another place on Bourbon Street with the help of the boys, the mob. And they opened up a place called Your Father's Mustache. And it lasted for about, I would say, 4 months. But I was playing there. Frankie Lynn played there. Yoko played there. A bunch of us played there. And it was Your Father's Mustache. It had the sign out and the whole bit. I'm sure Joel gave us permission.
Yeah.
Roger and Fred managed it. The mob actually owned it. And it didn't work. You know why it didn't work? Because the mob couldn't understand volume. They were charging, at that time, it was $12 a pitcher. That was real high, real high. And they were charging like $3 a beer, which is real high. They didn't understand the mustache made its money on volume.
Was that place down by next to Big Daddy's?
Yes.
Yeah, it was, you had to walk down a little alley to get into it.
That's right. That's
On
right.
the
Yeah,
other side of
okay.
Big Daddy's, yeah.
I was living in
Yeah.
Texas at the time, but I brought some friends in and we went down in there one night.
Yeah, it was cold and there was like a tent actually.
Yeah.
it was,
I
yeah.
played there. I led the band there, and it was a bad experience because the mob guys were really the guys calling the shots, not Roger and Fred. They were calling the shots, and as far as the pricing, nobody would come in because it was like the rest of the strip joints down there. You go in, and it's these days it's $15 a beer.
Yeah.
Get that.
Yeah.
What were
Yeah,
the
maybe.
other clubs charging when we were charging
Okay.
like 50 cents for a beer?
We were charging
Rick?
75 cents a beer. They would.
What
We're
was
charging
beer? What was beer in 72, 73, Billy?
75 cents for a beer. But
75 cents for a beer.
Drive in New York.
You know what, 250, 275 for a pitcher?
No, three.
$3.
325, what?
3.25.
325.
Yeah, the beers were 75 cents, but you had to buy the mug.
But
Yeah,
if
and
you
you
go
would-
across the street to another bar with entertainment, let's say a jazz band, that same 75 cents was now $2 across the street.
Yeah.
The mustache was a lot cheaper than other clubs.
And that's why they got the volume.
Well,
Got the volume, exactly.
right across the street was the Silver Frolics, so you got a whole nother thing there.
Yeah.
Yeah, a place across the street had 20 people and we had 200 people, you
Yeah.
know. And
Everybody, I
then-
got to run. Y'all
Okay,
take care.
Rick,
All right,
Take
Rick.
care, everybody.
Hi, Sandra.
Hey,
See you
Rick.
later.
See you next week.
Take care, Rick.
Take care,
Take
Rick.
care.
here, Rick. Hey, I'm out of here too. Guys,
Me
good
too.
seeing
See
you.
y'all. Have a
Barry,
good one.
All
Have a
right,
good
Mike.
call.
Bye,
Must
Arkansas.
be about that time.
Yes, sir.
It must be
You all-
5 o'clock.
Hey, have a good Memorial Day, huh?
You too.
You
All
too,
right,
Mike.
Mike.
Take care.
Okay,
Barry,
Dave.
Snake.
See you Sunday.
Golly, well,
Tom, see you
hell, I'm
Sunday.
getting out of here too then. I'll talk with y'all later.
Yeah, well,
Bye-bye.
don't
All
forget,
right, Tom, thanks for doing this. Appreciate it. Tom and
Yeah.
Billy.
Okay,
75
no
cent
problem.
beer.
Billy too.
yeah,
Snake, see you later.
okay,
bye, Snake.
see ya.
See y'all later.
All right, Ira.
Okay, good night. Okay, I'm sure you're gonna have to leave yours to get out of here though.
Is everybody gone?